Now it is my honor to introduce the Provost and Executive Vice President for Washington State University. Dr. Elizabeth Chilton was named Provost and Executive Vice President in May of 2020 and began serving at WSU in July. A first-generation college student, Dr. Chilton earned her PhD at the University of Massachusetts Amherst after earning her bachelor's at the University of Albany, State University of New York at Albany. From 2017 to 2020, she served as Dean of the Harper College of Arts and Sciences at Binghamton University, one of the largest universities in the SUNY system. Prior to her tenure at Binghamton, Dr. Chilton spent nearly 16 years as a professor and leader at the University of Massachusetts. She served as a professor, anthropology department chair, and associate vice chancellor for research and engagement, among other roles. She worked toward making the institutions she's served more accessible, diverse, and inclusive. I will also note that while at the University of Massachusetts, Provost Chilton served as a Community Service Learning Faculty Fellow in 2003 to 2004 with the Office of Community Service Learning, receiving multiple grants to support her scholarship and community engaged practice. After earning her PhD, Dr. Chilton got her start in academia at Harvard University, where she was a tenure-track assistant professor and served as the associate curator for the archaeology of Northeastern North America at the institution's Peabody Museum. In addition to her administrative roles, Dr. Chilton is a respected author, teacher, and scholar of New England archaeology and Native American studies. On behalf of the WSU Community Engagement Network and Summit Planning Committee, Provost Chilton, thank you for joining us to say a few words of welcome to our guests from across the state and set the tone for this inaugural summit.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for that kind introduction, Tiffany, and good morning, everyone. I'm thrilled to be joining you this morning for the Community Engagement Summit. And Tiffany and Ryan, I want to thank you for your leadership and for inviting me to participate today. For those of you who I have not yet met, I joined WSU, as Tiffany said, just 10 months ago. I think tomorrow's my 10-month anniversary. And it's been a challenging and exciting year as I've gotten to know the COOG community largely over Zoom. And I'm very much looking forward to meeting all of you in person very soon, I hope. And I'm sure everyone here is also eager to re-engage with our communities in person as well. The work of community engagement is really central to our core mission as a public land-grant research university, and that is why the summit is so important. WSU's mission is delivered through an incredible network that reaches communities across the state and beyond. And it's honestly one of the reasons I was so pleased to join the university last year. We are a Carnegie engaged university where that I first learned about Washington State University and looking at some of our sister Carnegie engaged universities when I was at UMass. And our campuses, extension units, and research centers, and our faculty, staff, and students embody the land-grant mission and deliver research, education, and outreach that has really far-reaching impacts. Later this morning, I know we'll hear about some of our community engagement success stories, and I hope they'll serve as inspiration for all of us for more partnerships and an expansion of opportunities for WSU. The student success data really speak to the powerful impact of experiential learning, hands-on experiences, and community involvement. When community engagement is part of the experience at WSU, students are more prepared for their lives beyond WSU. They're more likely to become lifelong learners, and they're more invested in their communities. It's truly what public education is all about. As Tiffany alluded to, my own career and life trajectory have been significantly influenced by community engagement. As an archaeologist, part of my training at both SUNY Albany and UMass were based on engaging with stakeholders in building relevant knowledge about the past. And that meant working with local schools, regional museums, historical societies, landowners, and tribal communities. Community engagement goes far beyond community service, as you all know, and describes a real partnership where students, faculty, and staff are working by, with, and for communities outside the university. in ways that are mutually defined and beneficial. Engagement is a dialectical relationship that is ideally beneficial to all involved. As an engaged university, as defined by the Carnegie Foundation, community engagement is a key element to our One WSU vision. And as we work towards submitting our renewal for that engagement status to Carnegie in the next few years, it will be critical to highlight the ways we promote, support, and reward faculty for their community engaged scholarship and teaching. Community engagement also plays a central role in advancing towards our goals in our system's strategic plan. For example, goal 2 of our plan focuses on the student experience, and the first objective is to ensure that every WSU student can participate in experiential learning and community engagement. And as we'll hear more about today, we already have made tremendous progress in this area with our faculty, staff, and students, creating more opportunities in this area every year. One of the next steps is to link these experiences to our academic degrees, and we'd like to ensure that every degree program identifies or develops an experiential learning activity for its students. We'd also like to develop portfolios where students can showcase these experiences for potential employers, adding another layer of value. The people here today also play a huge role in goal 3 of our strategic plan, which aims to link our campuses and units with our communities in more impactful ways. Again, the exciting part is we already have so many strong roots in this area. We hope to expand, strengthen, and highlight this engagement for the benefit of our state and our students. As has been said many times, COVID has amplified many of the inequities in our society that have existed for some time. Strong community relationships allow us a means to address inequities and inequality through action and collaboration. I want to thank the Community Engagement Network for their excellent work. You're truly making an impact throughout the WSU system and around the state. Thank you for organizing this event where we can celebrate successes and look for ways to build together. Thank you all for your time this morning. I'm looking forward to meeting you and greeting you as I can and visiting each of our WSU locations. I'm headed to Everett later this week. Vancouver's next on the list. Enjoy today's event and go Cougs.